This is a 7-story statue resembling a Maotai bottle. In Guizhou, China, it symbolizes the brand's importance. Not only did Maotai transform a remote village into an economic powerhouse, with GDP per capita 4 times the US average, it anchors a luxury brand worth $20 billion that now dominates China. Maotai crowns itself with so many titles: the national liquor, the first bottle under heaven, China's fragrant business card, etc. But there were a lot of serious accusations against the company, that 37% of sales traceable to government relations. Some label it the bribery benchmark. So, how did Maotai really become the king of all Chinese liquors? And more importantly, at what cost? In the heart of Maotai town, you'll find a square named 1915, where a massive, shattered liquor bottle sculpture stands as a cheeky tribute to Maotai's legendary lore, a tale as elusive as it is captivating. Back in 1915, the United States threw one of the era's grandest celebrations, the Panama Pacific International Expo in San Francisco, to mark the opening of the Panama Canal. Spanning 9.5 months, the event drew an astounding 18 million visitors. Not to be outdone, China made its debut under the new republic with a jaw-dropping 100,000 exhibits, eager to showcase its treasures on the world stage. After the expo, Chinese exports skyrocketed, especially those products that clinched awards at the event. Among them were liquors from Kwaichou's Chengyi, Hengxing, and Ronghe distilleries, the forerunners of Maotai, exhibiting under the name Kwaichou Official Liquor. Since Chinese bottles didn't quite match the flashy designs of their Western counterparts, they initially went unnoticed. That is, until a crafty Chinese representative accidentally dropped a bottle. Instantly, its distinctive aroma filled the air, drawing a swarm of curious onlookers. In a matter of moments, Maotai became the center of attention. The brand even claims that this stunt helped secure a gold medal at the expo. But is this story real, or just a tale? From 1954 to 1983, Maotai bottles proudly sported a label proclaiming they were the second best liquor at the expo. Then in 1984, the label was quietly tweaked to simply state they'd won an award. No ranking attached. Fast forward to 2003, and suddenly, the label started boasting about a gold medal win. Other Chinese liquor brands even jumped on the bandwagon, claiming they'd snagged gold too. So, who's telling the truth? It turns out the expo actually handed out 6 different awards, and Maotai only walked away with a silver medal, the 4th-tier prize. Yet, thanks to some clever media spin and strategic storytelling, that silver was somehow turned into a golden legend. Actually, one Chinese liquor did snag a gold-plated medal, but it wasn't Maotai. According to China's participation in the Panama Pacific Exposition by Chen Qi, the real winner was the official sorghum liquor. But who cares about facts when a good story sells? When it comes to a storied past, which Maotai clings to like a badge of honor, its rivals blow it out of the water. Maotai claims roots back to 1529, which sounds pretty epic until you realize Fenzhou dates all the way back to 550 AD, and Gujing Gongju boasts a well that's been around for over 1,400 years. Instead of stressing over ancient rivalries, Maotai figured out a killer lesson. A compelling narrative trumps a long history any day, and they've been riding that wave ever since. In November 1951, Renhua County's government in Kwaichou snapped up Chengyi Distillery, a forerunner of Maotai, for $18 million, setting the stage for the state-owned Maotai distillery under the Guizhou Provincial Monopoly Industrial Company. Meanwhile, Ronghe Distillery's owner got branded a bandit supporter and was executed in February 1951. By 1952, the government swooped in, bought it for just $69, and merged it into Maotai. Not long after, Hengxing Distillery followed suit. Its owner received a 10-year sentence for stealing national gold via shady bank dealings, and by December 1952, Hengxing was also absorbed. Just like that, 3 private distilleries became one state-run giant. But the story took a wild turn in the early 60s. Between 1959 and 1961, China was rocked by brutal natural disasters. Droughts, floods, typhoons, and the Great Famine that claimed between 15 and 55 million lives. Yet while the nation starved, Maotai's production skyrocketed, 820 tons in 1959 alone, and a total of 2,079 tons over the famine years, using 11,300 tons of grain. It's no wonder that this left a bitter taste. Then, in 1964, a fresh-faced college grad named Ji Keliang landed a job at Maotai, a move that would eventually lead him to become the company's chairman. Ji believed it was time for a game changer, something to reinvent Maotai as a red liquor and a symbol of national pride. He even reached back to 1935, when 30,000 ragged Red Army soldiers, running from 400,000 enemy troops, fled into Maotai town's liquor stores, using the booze to soothe their battle-weary bodies. Ji later recounted this legendary tale in his 2005 book, Zhou Enlai and the National Liquor Maotai. According to him, Mao once joked that Maotai was too good to waste on foot baths, while Zhou quipped, "Comrades, this is the famous Maotai that won gold at the Panama Pacific Expo." The book overflows with such stories, Mao wondering what magical water made Maotai taste so divine, Zhou downing 37 cups after the Korean War, and even Deng Xiaoping having 27 cups after toppling the Gang of Four. Maotai wasn't just liquor, it became a diplomatic tool. When Mao wanted to impress Stalin, he served it. Deng toasted Margaret Thatcher with it after negotiating Hong Kong's return, and in 1972, a special batch was crafted for Nixon's visit to China. Zhou even hyped it up as a revolutionary cure-all, and today, a bronze statue of him at Maotai's headquarters proudly bears the title Father of National Liquor. This national liquor narrative became Maotai's secret sauce. Drinking Maotai wasn't just about savoring a fine spirit, it was a status symbol. Between 2001 and 2019, Maotai tried 9 times to trademark national liquor, but rivals cried foul over monopolistic tactics every single time. Undeterred, Maotai played it smart. They shelled out cash to sponsor CCTV's top-of-the-hour announcements, so every time the clock struck, viewers were reminded of National Liquor Maotai.
国酒茅台，为您报时。
By 2018, China's Trademark Review and Adjudication Board officially rejected Maotai's claim to the title, and the phrase quietly vanished from their website. But after years of being broadcast across the nation, that name had already worked its magic, and Maotai had already won. In Maotai's world of hyperbolic promotion, they love to brag about how Ji, who once swore off drinking entirely, downed a whopping 2 tons of Maotai during his 2 decades at the helm, and even in his 70s, his liver was still in tip-top shape. From that, they boldly conclude, Maotai is beneficial to the liver, and some academic types seem to back it up. Cheng Mingliang, the vice president at the affiliated hospital of Guizhou Medical University, claimed in his paper, an experimental study on the effect of Maotai liquor on the liver, that Maotai contains dismutase, a superoxide enzyme that zaps oxygen-free radicals, fighting tumors, fatigue, viruses, and even aging. He also said that Maotai prompts the liver to produce metallothionein, which, in human language, keeps the liver from turning into a fibrotic mess. Ji himself goes on in his autobiography to boast that Maotai packs 3 to 4 times more phenolic compounds than other famous Chinese liquors, nutrients supposedly capable of warding off cardiovascular diseases. At the 2012 Global Liquor Development Forum, Ji took it to another level, announcing that Maotai liquor contains more than 1,000 kinds of trace elements, supposedly leaving brandy, whiskey, and vodka in the dust. But the World Health Organization tells us the human body really only needs about 14 trace elements, and there are just 118 elements on the entire periodic table. And if that isn't wild enough, check out Maotai's 2018 brand documentary. A group of young girls, barefoot and all, meticulously stepping on the distiller's yeast, a process that, according to Maotai, must be done by women to avoid over-treading and messing up the fermentation. Fewer foot secretions, less mold, less sweat, and perfect pH balance. And that's just the kickoff of a 5-year, 30-step, 165-link process to bottle one of their liquors. While spinning these fantastical stories and refining their secret distillation rituals, Maotai still needed someone who could drive its explosive growth. Let's meet Yuan Rengguo, the man who would help turn these tall tales into the empire that dominates China's liquor scene today. Before 1998, Maotai never had to worry about selling its liquor. As a state-owned enterprise running on a planned economy model, the company just focused on production. Sales was someone else's problem, specifically regional state-run sugar and alcohol distributors. But in 1998, the Southeast Asian financial crisis hit hard. Many of those government-backed distributors ran into banking trouble, which immediately tanked demand for Maotai. The company had planned to sell 2,000 tons of liquor that year. By July, they'd only sold 700. Yuan was 42 at the time and serving as Maotai's deputy factory director. He pulled together 17 young recruits and built Maotai's first-ever in-house marketing team. Born in 1956 in a small town just 25 kilometers from Maotai, Yuan joined the company in 1975. By 30, he was the youngest workshop director in the factory. In 1991, he became deputy factory director. As early as 1996, Yuan had warned that Maotai needed to control its own sales channels. Sales were the lifeblood of the business, and they should be in Maotai's hands. But back then, sales were booming and no one was listening. Then came the crisis, and suddenly, Yuan looked like a genius. He gave his new team one brutal directive. I only care about results. I don't care how you get them. And it worked. By the end of 1998, Maotai hit its 2,000-ton sales target on schedule. Yuan's tiny team soon became a force. 17 people grew to 553. Maotai's official retailers exploded from 146 to over 2,000 across China, and 104 distributors covering 66 countries overseas. Sales took off like a rocket. On August 27, 2001, Maotai officially listed on the Shanghai Stock Exchange. Yuan was named chairman of the board, and when Ji Keiliang retired a decade later, Yuan took full control of the company. When Maotai went public, it wasn't even China's biggest liquor brand. That title belonged to Wuliangye, whose revenue was 3 times Maotai's. But by 2006, Maotai pulled in 8.24 billion yen in revenue, finally overtaking Wuliangye to become the new #1, and it never looked back. In April 2017, Maotai dethroned Diageo to become the world's most valuable liquor company, and in 2018, its market cap smashed through the 100 billion yuan mark, making it the first consumer stock in Chinese history to hit that milestone.